Hello everybody, and welcome to the first devblog of the September 2025 update. And interestingly, it's about a Canadian World War II tank, the Ram 1, which is going to be coming to the British tech tree at rank 2. Now, its successor, the Ram 2, is already in game, and, well, I say successor, basically it was always intended to have a 57mm gun like on the Ram 2, but there weren't enough available at first, so the first 50 or so were fitted with the 40mm 2-pounder gun. And that's the gun that this tank is going to have. So obviously this is going to be less powerful than the 57mm gun, but it does fire a variety of shells, including an APHE shell with 49mm penetration at 500 meters, or an APC-BC shell with 77mm penetration. So this should do decently well at the lower tiers, though it will struggle against more armoured enemies, especially in the later tiers. It's also said to have better gun depression compared to the Ram 2, so the Ram 2 has -7 degrees depression, so I'm expecting something like -10 to -15, somewhere along that ballpark. And you can also see that the turret, or more specifically the mantlet, is a bit different on the Ram 1. So I did find a data sheet that says the turret face is 76mm thick, but it doesn't give a figure for the mantlet. Now on the Ram 2 it is 69.8mm thick, but there is a sort of inner mantlet that is 38mm thick behind that, so we're going to get at least 38mm, possibly up to 69. We'll have to see how it's implemented in the game, but I suspect it might be a bit of a weak spot, especially when compared to the later Ram 2. Other than that, the stats should be about the same as the Ram 2, so a top speed of 25 mph or 40 km/h and 5 crew. 3 in the turret and 2 in the hull, including the machine gunner with his own auxiliary machine gun turret. Now, only 50 of these were actually built in real life, and interestingly the Ram 1 did show up in a leak list from last year, so it does seem like this has been in the works for a little while now, and of course it does mean we could potentially get other Ram variants. So there was a later production variant of the Ram 2, which removed the auxiliary machine gun turret and was fitted with a better performing Mark V 6-pounder gun versus the Mark III 6-pounder gun of the already in-game Ram 2. And we could also potentially get the Ram as part of the Benelux subtree because the Ram was used by the Netherlands, though fitted with a 75mm gun. So I think this will be a very good addition to the game, and hopefully we'll get some more Ram variants in the future, and hopefully just some more World War II tanks in general. At the moment, I am currently going through the various nations and listing all of the World War II tanks that they could get, and I've also covered the Interwar and World War I tanks in previous episodes, so feel free to check them out as well. Anyway, just a quick video looking at the Ram 1, hopefully you've enjoyed it. I've been Toreno, and I'll see you next time.